It's retro renaissance channel. All things 80s, it's gonna be fun. It's retro renaissance channel. Abundant topics, let's take them one by one.
Afternoon, everybody. The morning cereal in the 1980s was coupled with Saturday morning cartoons, and it was an experience most 80s kids will remember. We also remember those cereals that are no longer around. So today, let's remember cereals from the 1980s.
Subscribe to Retro Renaissance Channel.
Number 10.
Donuts. What's better for a kid than having a bowl full of donuts for breakfast? I remember two types of donut cereals. We had the powdered Donutz Cereal with a Z, which is described as a crispy sweetened 3-grain cereal, and Dunkin' Glazed Donuts, both of which let us know they had whole grain, as that would help the illusion that they just weren't a pile of sugar.
Oh, a new cereal!
New donuts. Well, they look like donuts do, taste like powdered donuts do. New donuts.
A donut cereal!
But they're little crisp and light, crunch in every bite. New donuts.
They're delicious!
Part of this breakfast that's nutritious. It's donuts. Delicious. New donuts.
The cereal that looks and tastes like donuts!
New donuts. Delicious.
These are my number 10 because although I remember them fondly, I don't remember them tasting all that wonderful. They ran from 1980 to 1989 and were discontinued. On a similar note, we had the Dunkin' Donuts cereal.
Time to make the donuts.
Introducing a big idea from a giant in the business, the world's smallest donuts.
Ta-da!
In new Dunkin' Donuts cereal, you get delicious, crunchy little donuts by the hundreds. All your favorite donut shapes, rings, holes, and twists. You can choose rich chocolate or glazed donut flavors, or both as part of a nutritious breakfast. Dunkin' Donuts cereal, crunchy little donuts, great big taste.
Time to eat the donuts!
This cereal came in two varieties, glazed style and chocolate. The box described the cereal as the crunchy little donut with a great taste. The cereal had 3 different shapes, rings, holes, and twists.
Number 9.
Waffelos. The trend of making sugary breakfast meals into cereals would continue with Waffelos. This cereal was described on the box as a sweetened cereal with artificial maple syrup flavor. There was also a blueberry version of this cereal. Some things you don't see very often is when cereals would have surprises in the box. For example, Waffleos would have a wacky package sticker and a cardboard punch-out of Waffalo Bill or one of his friends to send away for a belt buckle. Now this was just basically little squares that tasted like crunchy maple syrup. They also had a blueberry variety, which I never tried. As a kid, they had a cartoon mascot. That was fun, and that means they had to be good, right?
Waffalo Bill, come quick! Messy James is holding up the train!
Oh, he's gonna need some Waffalo cereal.
There goes that train! Uh-oh!
Give him some Waffalo cereal, Bill.
Try these crunchy little critters. They taste like little waffles with maple syrup flavor.
Waffleos is a delicious part of this nutritious breakfast.
Why do they call you Messy James anyway?
I don't know. Waffalo cereal tastes like little waffles.
Yeah.
Again, making sure we know they have 8 essential vitamins and minerals because, healthy. But they tasted good, and nowadays you can find Waffle Crisp, which is a very close version of Waffelos. And bonus, they actually look like waffles now.
Number 8.
Marshmallow Rice Krispies. These were great for one reason, the marshmallows. See, for most parents in the 1980s, there would be no trouble with cereals like Corn Flakes, Rice Krispies, Cheerios. However, things like Frosted Flakes may be out. But adding some marshmallows to Rice Krispies might just squeak by the parental wardens.
Introducing the new talking cereal.
No. How's this? No.
What are you guys talking about?
The sound marshmallows make in our new Marshmallow Crispy cereal.
You can't go snap, crackle, pop.
Marshmallow.
Kellogg's Marshmallow Krispies is part of this complete breakfast.
Do you like them?
That's the sound.
It's fun to put snap, crackle, pop into your morning.
They also had a fruity marshmallow crispy which had fruit-flavored marshmallows. However, the fruit-flavored ones, were also frosted. Nowadays they have Rice Krispie Treat cereal, so it's kinda still around. But as we all know, reboots ruin our childhood. Marshmallow Krispies was described as a toasted rice cereal with marshmallow bits. And of course it featured Snap, Crackle, and Pop. The box would also say, hey, look what's new, it's Kellogg's Marshmallow Krispies cereal. Just pour on the milk and there goes Snap, Crackle, Pop, it's crispy and delicious.
Number 7.
Fruit Island. This cereal threw me off with the claim of real apple bits when I was a kid. Not that I'm opposed to real fruit in my cereal, but they were just strange. They were little wafers, which they called islands, and they had those little apple bits in them. Fruit Islands were described on the box as a new sweetened cereal with real apple bits, all natural cherry, orange, lemon, and other fruit flavors.
Yumma yumma.
We've got the fruit taste. We've got the fruit and new Fruit Island cereal.
Fruit Islands has real apple bits on every island and real cherry, orange, and lemon taste to please King Yumma Yumma. Oh, how does it taste? Oh, mighty King.
Yumma yumma.
Fruit Islands brand cereal is part of this complete breakfast.
New Fruit Island cereal.
Yumma yumma. You can say it too.
And the cereal had a big Hawaiian mascot. And the mascot was, well, it was the 80s. Nobody really cared.
Yumma yumma. Yumma yumma. Yumma yumma. Yumma yumma. Yumma yumma.
In its first television commercial, Fruit Island cereal was described like this. Fruit Islands has real apple bits on every island and a great cherry orange lemon taste to please the king. With this jingle, we've got fruit, the fruit taste, we've got the fruit, and the new Fruit Island cereal. And they would have offers such as a fruit-scented pen with a game map, a roll of Lifesavers candy, or 2 3-ounce box of Nerds candy.
Number 6.
OJ cereal. Have you ever wanted to know what orange juice and milk tasted like in a bowl? Not really? Well, neither did most others, as this was removed just a year after it was released. The box described it as a ready sweetened cereal with 10% real orange juice and natural flavors. The cereal was promoted with the tagline, wholesome goodness of real orange juice.
OJ. Roll 'em out. That's OJ Joe, rounding up oranges for Kellogg's, where they'll take the sweet juice and put it into new OJ's, a crunchy, delicious orange-tasting cereal. OJ's are packed with vitamin C, part of this complete breakfast. New OJ's, the delicious orange-tasting cereal.
Cool and free.
Now the cool, creamy taste of a 12-ounce Wendy's Frosty is free. The coupons on specially marked boxes of OJ's.
Cool and free.
The reason it made my list, as it was pretty easy to just clone another cereal and call it something else. That happened a lot back in the day, but OJ cereal actually took a swing at something a little different. There was a petition to bring it back, and I'm not really sure that's a great idea. Just leave it be. Maybe it's just me, but this guy always kind of reminded me of the hunk of cheese guy.
A hanker for a hunk of cheese.
In 1985, a coupon would describe it this way. New Kellogg's OJ's. Each bowl has all the vitamin C's of a 4-ounce glass of orange juice, 100% of the daily requirement, plus a delicious orange taste your kids will love. The mascot on the front of the box is known as OJ Joe. He's a cattleman who rode, corralled, and lassoed wild oranges. And he had the slogan that says, Kellogg's rustles up all the sweet juice, puts it in those crunchy little rings and puffs, and adds lots of vitamin C for some mighty fine eating.
Number 5.
Ice cream cone cereal, 1987. Similar to having pastries in cereal form, they also tried really hard to have desserts in cereal form. We all know Cookie Crisp and Oreo O's,
A complete breakfast that's good for kids, and I wouldn't let them eat it if it weren't.
which was literally to have a bowl of cookies for breakfast. The cereal was reintroduced in 2003 with the chocolate chip flavor to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the ice cream cone.
What are you waiting for?
Ice Cream Jones.
And new ice cream cone cereal.
My name's Ice Cream Jones. I'm bringing the kids my ice cream cones. A crunchy new cereal for breakfast. The great taste of ice cream cones. Whoa!
I'll have vanilla.
Give me chocolate chip.
They look like little ice cream cones.
And taste like them. The crunchy part of this nutritious breakfast. My name's Ice Cream Jones. With the great taste of ice cream cones. New ice cream cone cereal.
Then, long after they were discontinued, there'd be another rendition of the idea with drumstick cereal, although they lost the fun ice cream cone shape.
Number 4.
Trix. I know what you're thinking. Kevin, Trix is still around and was around before the 1980s. Au contraire, Moonfrere, they are. But this is not Trix. They return with the faded, muted colors as they try to get all natural and whole grain, and it really ruined the magic of Trix. I want the neon colors, I want the crunchy puffs, I don't need any of this other nonsense. Now you can say the newer Trix looks more like the original Trix back when they were first released in 1954. And we all know the kids taunting the Trix rabbit saying, "Silly rabbit, Trix are for kids."
Silly rabbit, Trix is for kids.
Before the Trix rabbit became animated, he was a floppy hand puppet who performed introductions for TV shows sponsored by General Mills cereal. The original slogan for Trix wasn't nearly as memorable as "Silly rabbit, Trix are for kids." It was, "Rabbits are supposed to like carrots, but I hate carrots. I like Trix." Now there's some debate on whether the fruit shapes is a good thing or a bad thing. I personally like the puffs, but in the early 1990s the cereal pieces were multicolored spheres. Until around 1991, they changed the shape of the cereal pieces to resemble different fruits. Then in the mid-2000s they reverted back to the spheres, and there was petitions on the internet saying bring back the original fruit shapes, which was not the original, it was puffs. Anyway, this is a far cry as to what the original Trix were in the 1980s that I remember, and they were not the only cereal to do this. I'm looking at you, Cocoa Puffs.
Number 3.
Mr.T cereal. This is one of the few cereals that actually lasted for some time. It became very popular, and I mean, come on, it's Mr.T.
Oh yeah, we forgot my ankles. You know, got a gold bracelet there, right there, you know. Then my gold one right there, and another little diamond tennis bracelet, you know, and my mismatched shoes. You know, I wear the mismatched shoes because it's making a statement, you know. One shoe is black, one white, and then the black and white shoestrings, you know, let the races come together, stop all the bickering and the jealousy and all that stuff, you know. Then plus also wear mismatched shoes because there are a lot of kids in the ghetto who don't have a pair of matched shoes or don't have a pair of matched socks. And they go to schools and other kids laugh at them, you know. So I've talked to a lot of parents, I go to a lot of schools, you know. So that way if I wear mismatched socks or a holy sock and I know I can afford better socks, it sort of makes clothes a fad or fashion. So that way the poor kid who don't have a pair of matched shoes, he can go to school with mismatched shoes and get his education without being laughed at and humiliated. You know, because some mothers have taken their children out of school because kids signify, oh, you got mismatched, you got a hole in your sock, you got a hole in your shirt. You know, that's embarrassing for kids. You know, so some parents are taking the kids out of school, but if they see me wearing a pair of mismatched shoes or mismatched socks, they say, hey, Johnny, I know why you was wearing them mismatched socks and them holy pants. You seen Mr.T, and that's cool. You know, so that takes away the hurt so the kid can go to school and get his education. So I don't mind people laughing at me. While they were laughing at me, I just go on my way to the bank, you know.
In reality, it was Mr.T that made it popular. The cereal itself was just a new shape of Captain Crunch.
And Cool's teaming up with a good balanced breakfast.
Teaming up with Mr.T cereal. It's getting on the team that knows how cool breakfast can be. You get a crispy corn taste with a touch of brown sugar. Teaming up with Mr.T.
It's cool.
Teaming up with Mr.T. Golden sweet crispy teas. One bite and you're gonna be eating with a team that's teaming up with Mr.T.
It's cool.
Teaming up with Mr.T.
I mean, there was a Mr.T cartoon on Saturday mornings. This went right along with that. It was a very fun cereal, and it did taste good. It just wasn't that original.
Number 2.
All the branded cereal. I wanted to compile all these together as they are very similar in taste, and the only difference is what's on the box and the shapes. Other than that, they are some version of Captain Crunch or Lucky Charms, and a variation on some sort of fruit flavor in some cases. C-3PO cereal.
My fault, but you... Oh! Neither! Food? Yes, crunchy food. C-3POs.
States now comes a spectacular cereal from the outermost limits of the galaxy. It's new C-3POs. And again, it was kinda like Captain Crunch. But they said it was golden goodness. It's a combination of 3 grains, oats, wheat, and corn, and provides 10 essential vitamins and minerals. One of the cool things is the commercial did have the Star Wars actor Anthony Daniels reprising his role as the droid. And of course all the Star Wars fun on the box itself. Ghostbusters cereal, 1985. Ghostbusters cereal was to capitalize on the hit of the Ghostbusters film, and its offshoots The Real Ghostbusters and Slimer and The Real Ghostbusters. Not these Ghostbusters. Don't be confused. If anyone remembers this cartoon, you know what I mean. You saw Ghostbusters was going to be on TV. You turned it on to see this garbage. It would be described as 4-grain goodness, natural fruit flavors, fortified with 9 essential vitamins and minerals, bigger box, better value, no tropical oils, and with Slimer marshmallows. Next up would be Pac-Man. Pac-Man cereal hit the shelves in 1983, capitalizing on the huge success of the arcade game Pac-Man, which had taken America by storm. And just like Captain Crunch, it was a crunchy sweetened corn cereal, and then toss in those marshmallows. And the marshmallows were shaped like the ghost.
Crispy corn puffs so good to eat. Just think what a champ of a chopper you'll be.
Chomp chomp delicious.
New Pac-Man, the cereal, a delicious part of this nutritious breakfast.
And there's many others, but the last one I'll talk about is Nintendo Cereal System, which again was by Ralston Cereals. You'll see a theme with Ralston as they make a lot of these types of cereals.
Peanut fruit flavored crunch. Nintendo. Here's Zelda too. Nintendo.
It was released in 1988 and it was discontinued in 1989.
And number 1.
Nerds. Although people might disagree. But you know what? I don't care. This is my list. It was a light little pebble-sized cereal similar to the candy shape, with 2 different fruit flavors separated in the box.
Orange flavor on this side.
Orange.
Cherry flavor on this side.
Cherry.
So?
Which side? They're both so delicious, I can't decide.
New Nerd Cereal is the fruity good part of your complete breakfast.
Which side are you gonna eat first?
Which side are you gonna eat first?
Also available in grape and strawberry. Nerds.
To me, it had the taste similar of Fruity Pebbles. They would ask the question, which side are you going to eat first? The cereal box was divided into 2 separate compartments, each containing its own flavor of Nerd cereal. And you could either choose orange and cherry or strawberry and grape. Plus, one thing I thought was really cool is they had a mail-in offer for a Nerd cereal bowl, so you could either let the flavors mingle or keep them separated.
You gotta keep them separated.
Unfortunately, there was a side effect that the reports of eating Nerd cereal would produce a light, bright, red-orange colored stool. So what's your favorite cereal? Let me know in the comments because I would love to do another list. Or if there's anything else you remember from your childhood. As always, everybody, thank you for watching. Be sure to spike in my ride and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.
It's Retro Renaissance Channel. All things 80s, it's gonna be fun. It's Retro Renaissance Channel. Abundant topics, let's take them one by one. Remember hair metal, awesome bands, and Pac-Man fever, that's all we have. TV shows that kept us up